Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Pink Print Podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Kat Philby.
And I'm Gio.
And today we're having a little catch up today. We're going to recap some of our trips, some of our favorite things to do to get back into routine once you return from said trip. And yeah.
All right, let's dive in. What's the most recent trip you've done? Tell us all about it. Give us the ins and outs and maybe some tangents.
Okay. My most recent trip was to Austin, Texas.
How did you like that? I feel like it was really hyped up.
Okay. So
Austin is a city I think that a lot of people hype up.
Whoa, let us know how you really feel.
No, it's true. Everyone's like, Austin's so cool. Austin. And I'm like, yeah. I'm one of these people. I was like, oh my God, you're going to love Austin. Like, I think it's really cool. So I think you had high expectations going there. Am I right or am I wrong?
No, I had really high expectations. It was also my birthday trip. So I was like, this better be the best trip ever.
Yeah.
So let's recap before me choosing to go to Austin, because we have to tell the people why.
Yes.
So because everyone's like, are you okay? Like, why are you going there for your birthday? Like, just random.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So I saw an astrologer for my solar return reading, which Gio has been doing this for so long, like her and her mom. And I was like, then I started seeing this astrologer in the summer. And I was like, okay, I might as well do the solar return reading if I've been seeing and talking to this woman. So I did that's what it's called, right?
It's called the solar return.
It's like your birthday. Yeah. Okay, cool. So
it's not like a regular astrology reading.
Right. Yeah. So I did my reading, and it's really interesting because she tried you tell her like what you want to focus on for this year, the whole point. Can you actually explain the point of it better than I can?
Well, I definitely can't explain it as good as she can, but basically your solar return, exactly. It's like, it sees like when the fucking stars align with when you were born, blah, blah, blah. And basically like when you spend it in different places, the longitude, latitude of the stars are in different things, and it can affect different areas of your life. You know, we have the 12 houses in our astrology chart. So like if you spend it in Miami, for example, she can be like, okay, if you spend it in Miami, it's going to be really great maybe for your career or great for your relationship. Now let's check somewhere else. And then you sort of play around and see how it moves, right? And then she sees. So then you check Austin. Oh, Austin is great all around. It's going to be great for everything. Or it's like, oh, let's check LA now, which is a little farther. Oh, LA is actually, it looks like it's going to be a tough year for you, or it looks like it's going to be a tough year in work. So it's like, okay, let's not go there. So basically like you just test out a few areas. My dad always makes fun of me. He's like, how come you don't end up in some random fucking like Timbuktu or like fucking Antarctica? And I'm like, well, because I select places and I say many different places, and then I sort of see like which is the best on the areas that I want to work on, or what overall is the best. And obviously like there's this little tiny town called like Vichadero in Uruguay. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna go to Vichadero, which was like minuscule. Like for that, then you just go to the biggest big town nearby. So you're never gonna end up in the middle of nowhere, is my point, because they're like, oh, why don't you end up in like Hialeah? Well, Hialeah is the same shit if you're in Miami. You know what I mean? Like it's so close.
Like so in terms of coordinates.
Right. I'm saying in terms of coordinates, so close, then you would just go to the biggest city like near there. Yeah. So that's basically what you do. And I think that astrology is one of those tools, whether you believe in it or not. I think it's one of the tools that we can use to understand ourselves more, learn about ourselves more, and then use that to live a better life. Like, why not? If you have these tools, why not work with them to see your strengths, your weaknesses, and then like delve into them a little more. What?
I made a really funny noise with my mouth.
Oh. I'm like, are you laughing at something that I'm saying?
I couldn't hold it.
Oh my God, it's okay. Let it out.
Okay, I'm clearly giggly today.
So anyways, that's why I like to do it. And that's basically in a nutshell what it is. Yeah. Obviously, traveling is not always accessible. And I still recommend someone do a solar return just to see like, okay, even if you have to spend it in your hometown, like what does this year look like for you? And if it is going to be a little difficult in some areas, what can we do already knowing this, going into it? And yeah. Although I will say, I don't like when they tell you about the future. I don't like future telling.
No, we're not talking about that.
No, I know, but it's sort of like, I'm not saying like, oh, this year, this is going to happen. No. They're not going to tell you that.
Well, you can also specifically say like, I don't want to know.
Yeah, and I would recommend don't, because then it sort of influences your mind. And I think it's like, are you really just making this happen because someone told you it's going to happen or not, you know?
Yeah. I actually went against my astrologer. I hope she's not watching.
You want to make your own decisions. You have to use these again as tools and to complement, but then at the end, like, you make your sole decisions. Like, don't just do something based off what they're saying, right?
I didn't go against her in terms of my travels. I went against her in terms of something else.
Right.
But anyway, so yeah, I was going to preface the same thing. Like she said, she's like, if you can't travel to this place and you have to stay in Miami, like, it's not the end of the world. But also, like, I went into this being like, I want to travel for my birthday. Right. And she asked, she's like, can you like leave the country? And you say yes or no. And I was like, yeah, but I didn't end up leaving the country, obviously. So I talked to her and I told her what I wanted to focus on this year. I had like really specific goals that I wanted to reach for the year. And she was like, okay, let me check Miami first. And she checked Miami and she's like, Miami like would be okay, but then like this and this would happen. So I was like, okay, no. Right. And then she checks a few other places and she was like, oh, like Mexico City would be really good. And I was like, can you like check somewhere else? Because I got so sick last time I went to Mexico and I was like, I really don't want to get sick on my birthday.
I think you do need to like get past that one bad experience.
Okay, but on my birthday, I wasn't going to like risk that.
But I don't think, you know, people go to Mexico all the time.
Yeah, they do. And they, a lot of people also get sick all the time. I love Mexico. I love the vibes. I'm just not ready to go back yet. Okay. Honestly, I'll tell you guys how I really feel. It really annoys me that I go to Mexico. I can't like fucking brush my teeth with water. I can't drink water. I can't have ice in my margarita. I can't eat vegetables because it's washed in their dirty water. I can't like, what am I traveling and paying my money for? Anywho, the vibes, I guess.
I don't go there enough to be like, oh no, it's actually not like that. But I just know so many people, like my mom was just there this weekend. Like she didn't die from the water. Yeah. Like you're fine.
But a lot of people do. So... And I love Mexico. I love Mexicans. I want to make that very clear. I have a lot of Mexican friends, but they also do know about these issues.
Okay, so anyway, Mexico hater.
No, I'm not a Mexico hater. Someone's going to clip this as if
we have so many fans out there.
Anyway, I really do love Mexico. I just wish they would, figure this issue out. So... Because I got deathly ill last time I went, in case you didn't realize.
Okay, so back to it. You said, let's check somewhere else.
And then basically she was like, oh, let me check London. And she was like, London would be really good if you want to buy something new for your house. And I was like,
what?
I don't want to buy something new.
That's sort of random.
She's like, it'd be good for your house. Like, you would get like new things for your house. And I don't even, like, I live in an apartment right now. So I don't know. It doesn't matter. Like I'm renting, like, oh, maybe if I lived in a house, like, who knows what would happen? Maybe I would be gifted like a Picasso or something.
Oh my God.
So I was like, okay, yeah, that's not important. And then I was like, can you just like check Austin? Like I have this feeling, which I told you about before. And she checked in, she's like, wait, Austin is even better than Mexico. And I was like, yeah, I mean, well, once she said Mexico, I was like, okay, like Texas is obviously not far.
Yeah.
So I was like, what about Austin? I've never been, like I've been wanting to go and whatever. And she was like, yeah, actually, it'd be perfect, whatever. So we booked the trip. Me and my boyfriend go. And it was really fun. The food is good. I love Mexican food. They have really good Mexican food there.
We're back to Mexico. Now she likes them again.
And I love margaritas, obviously. And they have really like so niche tequila and mezcal there, obviously, because it's close to Mexico. What?
Okay, yeah. Continue.
Yeah. So why are you laughing?
You just like the Mexicans for their food and their drinks.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I love the vibes. I love the music. I love the energy. I love all my Mexican
you
friends.
Love the music. You love like Luis Miguel.
I do. Mm-hmm. I do. I love when you go to Mexico and it's just like, you feel like you're in a tribal, I don't know, lots of like drum beats. So whatever. We go to Austin. It was really fun. The food was good. I think that it is more fun to go there probably in the summer when you can like rent a boat or do more outdoor activities, because it was
a little chilly.
It was a little bit chilly, which I don't mind. It was like perfect weather for me because it wasn't like freezing. But I think it's a very like outdoorsy type of place. Like people go to like Lake Travis and I think you go to like Fresh Springs and like hiking and do like outdoorsy activities like that.
Yeah, I've only been there once and I went in March. And it was I need like a little jacket at night and during the day.
Yeah, it was definitely a little
I didn't do anything outdoorsy.
Well, yeah. So my point was, I think you're either like doing those outdoorsy things or drinking all day.
Yeah, that's what we were doing.
Yeah.
The latter.
Yeah. So I could see why people like have their bachelorettes and stuff there. But like we walked to South Congress and it was really fun. Like there was a lot of different restaurants and places to shop. We went shopping. And all of our meals.
Like what'd you think of the city though? Like it's cute.
Like
you got cowboy boots,
cute,
cowboy hat.
It's cute, but I mean, I think where people live, like if you have a family, it would be obviously in the suburbs, which I would love.
You have a house. They have nice houses.
Yeah,
there.
I would love to have seen that because I'm sure the houses are insane. And I think I wish I had a car because it was kind of like limiting to not have a car there. I thought it was going to be more walkable.
I don't think it's walkable, but I don't know if you need to like go out of your way to rent a car.
Yeah.
Although you could explore more if
just
you had
like
a car.
little bit easier when you have a car, like instead of Ubering here, whatever.
Totally.
So yeah, so I think if we had a car it would have been better, and I would have liked to have seen the suburbs, like where people live. But I don't know if it's because we live in Miami, but whenever I visit a place,
God bless Miami.
yeah, well, whenever I visit a place, I'm like, would I move here?
Yeah.
Like I like to like have that question in my head, like anywhere.
You're like, do I like this place that much that I would move here? I don't
Yeah.
know. I that's like a good like scale. or
Yeah,
whatever.
I mean, like when I go to LA, I'm always like, I would move here, but there's like a few things that I don't like about it, you know, like, so I always obviously compare to Miami in terms of like living. And when I was there, I was just like, I don't know, like Miami's so much prettier. But there are cons to Miami. I'm not saying there's not. Like the people in Austin are so nice. Like it's just different. That I think the culture is a little bit nicer than, I think the culture like anywhere is nicer than Miami's personally. But
I love Miami.
I do too. I just think I was talking about it with my dad this morning. There's like a lot of really entitled, annoying people here.
Yes.
Like everyone in this city has money, you know? Like shut up already.
Right.
So,
well, actually here in Miami, even the people who don't still show off as if they do.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not even a question of you actually having money or not. Everyone's here like renting a car for a day to show off, or like paying for like one night at a nice hotel, and like, you know what I mean? They're here for a weekend and they like show off and show this whole side of them as if they are loaded and they're actually not. So it's actually very confusing.
Like sometimes we drive.
We're from here, so we like know actually the people, but like some people who are visiting or whatever, like.
Yeah. But I'm saying like even we'll, for real estate purposes, drive through neighborhoods in which we think homes are going to be foreclosed on, and we put letters on their door, and it's like a fucking house that actually looks like it's about to collapse, and there's like a Range Rover in front of it.
I know,
like,
it's
what are you people spending your money on? Like just so people think that you have a Range Rover, like meanwhile your house is collapsing.
It's pretty fucked up because clearly it shows like how much these people really care about what other people think about them, so then they can go to, for all we know, they could be going to nice restaurants too, showing up in their Range Rover, or like I've seen like nice ass cars outside of some shitty houses. Yeah. And it's like you're showing up to a maybe nice restaurant or to a mall or whatever in your nice car, and like if people were to see where you live.
Right.
I mean, these are your choices, man, but it's a little questionable that you're spending all your money on a car. Like, but who cares what people think?
Yeah. That's why I love Boston, because literally even the people with the most money are like very so humble and low key, and
that's another thing, the humbleness. If you want to spend your money, honestly, I don't care what you spend your money on.
You work very hard,
but it's like, don't act like you have so much and you're so fucking cool and you're so like, oh my God, successful. Like, kudos to you if you have that confidence, but also like, just even if you do, be humble. And if you don't, be humble. Just be humble overall.
I know.
Because you don't need to be showing off, and it's just so much better when you're like a nice, down-to-earth person.
Yeah. Like, this is an example that honestly depicts what I've been trying to say, because I agree. If you work really hard for your money and you want to listen, my dad had no money growing up and worked so hard, and now he loves buying luxurious things for himself and like living in a nice place. That's great. He should. He worked really hard his whole life. That's not my problem. Like, I'm more talking about the people with this attitude where they think they're above everyone else. Like, chill out, first of all. Second of all, I'm leaving my building and there was a man who, like, not a homeless man, like a wealthy, quote unquote, like, I don't know if he's wealthy or not, but you know, like looks like a normal person, was obviously like getting into a nice car, whatever. Yeah. Brushing his teeth outside the lobby doors, like where the valet is to wait for your car, and spit the you know,
that's disgusting,
toothpaste or whatever, like when you brush your teeth, and like it like foams. He spit it literally on the floor, like at the valet, basically.
That's really disrespectful, though. Like, just like for like your community, for your place where you're living, the building, like for the people who work there who are have to cleaning it. Like
who do you think you are?
That's an attitude that it's like, I don't care how much money you have or you don't. I don't give a fuck. Right. That's just like not nice.
That's my point. And I just feel like, I don't know. I know that all airports are annoying, but like, you know, like I feel like the airport in Miami is just the worst. Like you go to board a plane, everyone is like, I'm group one. Like, really? No, you're not. Not every single fucking person is group one. So
that's me and my mom.
But you guys are actually group one. Like these people just
we were coming back actually this week, and we went on a trip, me and Ricky, my boyfriend, and he's like, everyone here is like, this is a fashion show. They come with their Louis Vuitton hat, their sweater, their little Louis Vuitton like carry-on, and the shoes, and they're like, why does everyone have so many brands here? And he made that comment. I was like, I mean, it's Miami. I was like, I don't care, but it was just like an observation how everyone like always brings out this side of them maybe to show more, but it's like no one really cares what you have, what you don't have. I mean, unless you're like a gold digger or you genuinely only care about money and status. But like a normal person, like if you're just a nice person, I don't care what you have or what you don't have.
Right. Knew there would be some tangents coming. But anyway, so back to Austin. Like when I go, like I said, when I go to a place, it's like, would I like leave Miami for this place? And we just obviously said some cons. But walking around, like, I think it's still a little bit underdeveloped. And once again, like I said, I didn't explore the entire city. I didn't go to the suburbs where like most people live, but the actual like maybe like downtown, South Congress, all those places, like you're like, I don't know. It's just,
I feel like it's grown though after COVID. And a lot of people have moved there.
It has.
And you're saying it's still underdeveloped.
Well, it just looks like kind of industrial.
Yeah, I get that feel.
Okay, cool.
But maybe that's just the vibe of the city.
Yeah. But it was cool. It's really funny because I've been to other places in Texas. Like I used to go to Houston a lot for work, and I've been to Dallas before, and it's a completely different
world. I think also that people from Austin don't like people from Dallas.
I don't think
they don't like each other.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's this rivalry?
Yeah. Dallas was like a little bit cleaner.
Dallas, when we went, it was cleaner.
It was really nice.
I don't know. After COVID, I feel like a lot of cities changed.
It's true. Yeah. But I think Austin got better after COVID.
Probably because more people moved there and like brought more of like a vibe to it.
There were a lot of homeless people.
You're saying this? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But like now, homeless people in LA, homeless people, and like I'm like, there's like no homeless people in Miami.
I will say that Miami,
like, of course, there's blah, 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 there's parts, but there's parts. Of course, there's gonna be homeless people like in parts of any big city, like whatever.
There's parts, but you don't see them spread out in Miami at all.
No.
Do you like even see any in Miami Beach?
No.
Speaking of Miami Beach, I saw the mayor is like closing down all parking lots now for spring break. Because you know how spring break gets wild in Miami Beach?
But why parking lots?
Probably so people can't park there and like all these crazy party people can't go. I don't know.
Like public parking lots?
Yeah, I think so.
But what about us?
I don't know.
Like us?
Like the ones who live here?
Not like Bell Harbor shops.
No, I think like public parking lots like by South Beach or South Point. You know when it would get really packed during spring break?
No, it's going to be...
No, I'm just... Whatever. Yeah. It was just a comment about Miami Beach. But anyways, I think like Miami Beach, you don't see homeless people. You
really don't.
You like there's so many different areas in Miami. Miami is so big and generally across there's really not.
Maybe like a few on Lincoln Road. But like...
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Lincoln Road. And
compared to these places that I'm talking about, it's very minimal.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, which is... Let's go Suarez.
Yeah. Well, I'm going
Suarez's duty, but like, thank you if it is you. Yeah.
But we're going back to Austin on May 4th, and I'm excited. I'm not like, I don't want to go to Austin. You know, like I'm excited to go back. Not. I like the city. I love I know a lot of a lot of people into wellness live there, so that's why I was really excited to go. But I think it'd be better to live there than experience it like I did. Because like there's like fresh farms and like I don't know, there's a lot of great stuff. Like you can get really fresh food there, which I love.
Maybe the quality of life when you're actually living there is really nice.
Yes.
But for a weekend, like you can't really feel that.
Yeah. It just when I was there, I was like, I feel like the only thing to do right now is like drink.
Right.
And like I wasn't really doing that. So then I was like, what are we doing? And
yeah.
But we did have fun. So
no, I agree.
I liked it overall. And I loved the hotel that I stayed at. It was really beautiful.
Super nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool, yeah, Don Julio.
Awesome. So tell me about your trip.
Wait, I was gonna say like any like top restaurants, things to do, like just a quickie Austin recap.
So the hotel I stayed at was the Austin Proper Hotel. If you can stay there, it's amazing. The gym is really, really, I mean, that's what I like to do on vacation. I like to wake up, I work out, I use like the spa amenities of some sort, like the steam room or whatever. Right. So the gym was really nice. I saw Roy Kent from Ted Lasso there, which was cute.
That's random.
And then like I would take a steam, and the bar in the lobby of our hotel, I guess it's like a bar that people go to, the people that like live in Austin.
Right.
So it was packed like on Friday night, Saturday night, and then there's a speakeasy on the second floor.
Oh, that's cool.
So the hotel's like really lively. It's really beautiful.
The brunch there is good. Like the lunch or the restaurant.
Yes. There was multiple restaurants that were really good. There's one on the pool level. Again, it would have been really nice to like use the pool.
Right.
You know, like in the summertime. But the restaurant on the pool level is called La Piscina, and it's like really good Mexican food. Like really, really good.
Now she likes Mexico again. Here we go again.
Mexican food is one of my top cuisines. So the hotel's really nice. I would say to stay there if you can. The only thing though is that it's like in downtown, like actually no, it was good. It was walkable to other things.
I think it's walkable there.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Besides the hotel, what other good restaurants?
I liked well, there's Abba, which we have Abba here, but it was different.
Haven't been to it here
either. But there was Abba, which was good. It's like Mediterranean, Two Hands, which they have in New York.
Yeah, that one I've been to.
It was also good. It's just like cute for coffee and breakfast.
Like an avocado toast or something.
Yeah, but we went for coffee like every morning, or matcha. Suerte had really, really delicious, like authentic Mexican food, I think. We should ask your boyfriend what he thinks.
He's gonna say it's asqueroso if it's not legit.
Exactly. But it had like really interesting dishes. Like we got like goat barbacoa. Like, I don't know, just like interesting. Where else did I go? Oh, I went to Uchi, which we also have here.
Oh my God.
Well, we were eating so much Mexican food that I wanted like sushi one day.
Like a different,
And
cuisine.
then like I had one really bad meal. I'm just not going to say where it was.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then, we went to Perla's on South Congress and Clark's. Okay, so Perla's and Clark's are like really the same exact thing. It's like a delicious seafood vibe, but Perla's is on South Congress, and I really recommend you go just because it's the area where like all the shops are, and it was really lively during the day on Saturday.
Cool.
Like they have a big front patio, and a lot of people were just like drinking out there all day, but they had like yummy oysters and fish. It's exactly like Clark's, honestly.
Love it. I love Clark's.
Yeah. So that was really good, and it's in a really good area. And I went to Clark's also, but Clark's is kind of like in the middle of nowhere.
Oh.
And then if you want to go to a mall, we went to the Domain. It was like a big outdoor mall.
That's nice.
It was cool. It's a little bit further out.
I
think it's like 9 miles away. I mean, not far, like 15 minutes.
Not speaking in miles. My dad does that all the time. He's like, I'm 20 miles away. I'm like, I don't know what that means. Are you 20 minutes or 10 minutes away? I don't know. Just tell me minutes. He's like, okay, I'm 15 miles. What the hell does that mean?
Anywho, if you need to go to the mall or just like want to walk around, see my point. Like we were like, what do we do now? And so we like went to the mall.
Right. Like you ran out of things to do. And you were only there for a weekend.
Yeah. But I think if your intention is to like go out and drink and party, like if I went on a girls trip there, it probably would have been really fun. Just like a bender weekend for fun.
Too bad next time we're going is not for a bender either.
Well, we're going to be like so busy. We're not going to do anything.
We're also there like literally just the weekend.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
cool.
That's my Austin
review.
So
if you rate 10 out of 10, what do you give Austin? Come on, it shouldn't be that hard. Just whatever comes to you.
I was going to say a 7.
Okay.
But again, I want to go back in the summer. I think it'd be amazing in the summer.
7 out of 10 is pretty solid. Like 10 out of 10 is someone like somewhere you love, you're obsessed with, like that you maybe would move to, like you just love it. It's your favorite place ever.
No, 7 is good.
Okay, cool.
But I also want to give it more chances.
Okay.
Yeah.
Valid.
All right. Tell us about your last trip.
So I went to this President's Day weekend. I went to California. My dad lives out in San Jose, and I grew up going to visit him, but I hadn't been since 2019, so before COVID. So I think there's changes. And I went to San Jose, and also my boyfriend hadn't gone to Northern California like ever. So I was like, oh my God, come. Like we're going to, see all these areas. His sister also works like in the Silicon Valley, so she lives in SF. And so we also like killed 2 birds with 1 stone and visited both. So we started off, we stayed in San Jose, and like I think that growing up, I never liked staying in the suburbs, although I've grown an appreciation for the suburbs because
me too. In general,
it's just like calmer. It's nice. I've realized like, he lives in San Jose, but you have like Los Gatos close by, which is super cute, and you can go hiking. And then you have like Santana Row, which is a nice outdoor mall. Like you have everything like pretty much like 10 to 20 minutes away, depending where you're going, which is sort of like Miami, where we're used to like driving far. And then I would say that California is like very like healthy lifestyle. Like people eat good food. I mean, you could, obviously depends, but like you have like nice food to eat. You can go hiking. Like we went to Berries. Like I think that a lot of people are overall healthy, and I don't think especially particularly in this area.
No, there's a lot to do in California.
Like
because of the weather.
Overall, people are just like really focused on their work because they're either there to work or they're at Stanford or you know what I mean? So it's like everyone's pretty healthy. I wouldn't say it's like a party city, which is really nice. Feels good, right?
Oh, you don't mean California. You mean...
I mean, sorry, not Cal. I mean like Northern Cal. I mean like San Jose, like the Bay Area, like that area. Because all you really have there is like all the tech companies and like Stanford.
Totally, yeah.
So you're either there to work or you're studying your ass off.
Or like surfing.
Right. Or unless you're like on the water, then you're surfing like in Monterey or something. Okay, so that's what we did, right? Those are my thoughts. And then we went to Carmel and Pebble Beach. I'd been to Carmel before, but going again, it's so nice. It's giving Big Little Lies. Carmel is a vibe. And Pebble Beach too, which is right next door.
What did you do in Carmel?
Nothing. We just like nothing. It's it's a small town, so it's like we got a little coffee, we got an ice cream, we walked around, we saw the little shops, we went to the beach, we spent a while on the beach, like we walked up and down, we just sat there. It's just so nice. It's so relaxing. I would go back like for a little. It's a little far to go for a getaway weekend, but if people live in California or they're going there, like I think it'd be nice to stay like at a little hotel there. Like
I've stayed there before too.
And just live so like the little like
tranquil.
Go to the coffee in the morning. Like I feel like it's very relaxed and it's nice. Like Pebble Beach is nice too. People who like golf, like you can go play golf there. So there's like a lot to do, I think, for families or for a couple. Although if you go as a couple, your
boyfriend's golfing all day.
He's gonna ditch you for 6 hours if he's gonna go golfing. So that's like my favorite. Ricky loved it too, so it was really nice. That's like an hour and a half ish from San Jose. But that whole coast is like beautiful. Yeah,
so the drive is like
so
enjoyable.
Nice. It's so nice. The weather is amazing. California honestly has so many amazing qualities.
Yeah.
It's just far, and I think that the time difference sort of sucks. Because although I would wake up super early there, I'm like, I can't believe the whole world, Miami, New York is like ahead of me. Like,
I know.
They already started their day, and then when you see like the day is done for them and it's still like 3 p.m. for you, and it's a little disorienting, but the vibes in California are amazing. Now, San Francisco. Then we slept there 2 nights on the weekend.
Don't hold back.
I won't. I used to go there when I was younger, like I said, before COVID. So last time was 2019, but I would go many years before that, 2 nights, spend a whole month in that area. And we would only go, my dad and my family and I, we would like spend the day in San Francisco. We would have a nice lunch. We would walk around. We would walk by the Embarcadero, like the ferry building, the Ghirardelli Park. We would go to Sausalito. Like,
so cute.
We would go to, I'm guessing, the nice areas and spend the day and go back the next day. So that's what I would do. And I always liked San Francisco. Mm-hmm. Now when I went back, I actually stayed there and slept there. And I think that was a very different experience than just going for the day. And like, actually I'd slept in San Francisco once at a hotel, but it was in a different area. So I just feel like I'd never really felt it like as someone who lives there.
Yeah.
And I realized, like a local. And I realized there's so many homeless people. And I'm just making an observation. It's a comment. I'm not hating. It's just a fact. Yeah. There are so many homeless people there. And I think that the homeless people are a little more unhinged there.
Explain.
Like, I don't know. I think that they're just like a little crazier. They're a little bit more like in your face, maybe.
Like say the story.
It makes you a little more uncomfortable. Like we were walking on like a street there, and then my stepmom was like, "Oh, let's go walk to this little bakery." Like you think that this is maybe like New York, where you can walk like a few blocks, like a 10-minute walk, which is nothing in New York. And this is a city. Like I would walk all over San Francisco too, as if it was New York.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you can't. But we did. Because we didn't know any better. And it's like, if you take the wrong turn there, like you'll just like end up in a sketchy, uncomfortable, not even neighborhood. It's just, there's so many homeless people. And it was so many, there's actual shit on the floor. Multiple shits.
Like
and
human.
It looks like human shit. It does not look like dog shit.
Because it's like big?
It's like really big. And it's like on the sidewalk.
It's really sad.
And then you walk, another shit. And then like you see so many people. It's really sad to see. It's really not nice to see that. It's really sad that it's in that condition and it's gotten to that point, because I will say that I don't think it was like this before COVID. Mm-hmm. And also you see that a lot of stores have closed. Like they're closing the Westfield Mall, which I think it's Westfield, whatever. Mm-hmm. It's a big mall. They're closing it down. They've closed down so many like CVS's and Targets and just regular stores, because a lot of people are going in and stealing things. Like it just affects the whole city as a whole. Like now,
well, there's like that no chase law, which they have. I think it's just like different. It depends on the amount per city. Like
I think
Florida,
there it's 1,000. I think here it might be 1,000 too.
Okay, well, I don't know. Obviously, things are under control in Florida. I know people talk shit about Florida, but the point is, like they can fucking steal something and get away with it.
If you steal up like any amount below 1,000, they can't do anything to you. So then these people go into these stores and they steal a bunch of little shit if it's cheap, and then they don't get in trouble for it. But it's just sad to even see the economy of a city. I don't know like the exact economy there, but it's just sad to see as someone visiting, or even like for my dad who would visit going into the city.
Yeah.
Like stores closing down, then you have less job opportunities for these people. Like these people were working there, or these business owners had their businesses. Now they had to close down because all these people are stealing or whatever it is. And then you walk around the streets, there's lots of things closed, and it's all.
Is it like desolate and eerie, or like
it feels a little uncomfortable? Obviously,
but like are a lot of people walking around?
It depends where you are. Like depends. There's like specific streets. So there's like a specific street where we were and we had breakfast. That was fine. But then it's called like Valencia or something. And then when we walked to this other bakery, and we got there, by the way, it's fucking closed. And we were like, we walked all the way here through the trenches to get here, and it's closed. My stepmom's like, I didn't check. And then after we're walking back, and she's like, oh, actually, it says it was closed the whole time. I'm like, you didn't think to check before going that it was closed before we walked all this way? And then we didn't even want to go back the same way we came because it was hella sketch. So we came back another way, and then there was more shit on the ground. There was a car that was like airing out, like, I don't know. It had such a terrible, I actually almost threw up on the street. It's just like, and I had people, I also have never seen so many people living out of their cars.
Really?
It wasn't so many, but again, we live in Miami. I've lived in New York. I've been to many big cities, and I've never seen that. Maybe I haven't seen it. But there it was like apparent in the, not it was a lot, but it's like more like in your face that you notice.
Well, of course you're going to see this type of stuff in any like underdeveloped area of a city, whatever, but we're talking about
this like
the
wasn't
main
an underdeveloped part though.
Well, that's what I'm saying, that like of course you're going to find like
this is close to where my boyfriend's sister lives.
Yeah.
Like a few blocks away, like 10, like it's not an it shouldn't be an underdeveloped part of the city.
Yeah. No, I get that. And I think like it's interesting because I haven't been to San Fran in a while either. And like, I don't remember it like that, definitely. And it was before COVID for sure. I think the last time I went was like 2017, honestly.
Yeah, see, that's a long time ago. I don't think it was that bad back then.
And I like go there for like 2 nights. I like a night before I go to Napa, and then a night on the way back from Napa. So that was the last time I went. But I've heard so many things. I mean, first of all, like your boyfriend's sister, she was on the phone.
Oh, yeah.
In the middle of the street, and somebody just came up and stole her phone out of her hands.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane. Like, right next to her apartment, right?
Yeah.
And she, by the way, guys, she lives in like she works for Apple. She's like a very, like, she lives in a nice place. Like, I think it's just like the nature of the entire city. But
yeah,
I've also heard that like you're at a red light in your car and people like break into your car but is that true?
If it's parked, this actually was from before COVID, because I remember this when I was younger, that you would see like parked cars and like little signs or papers saying like, please don't break my window. Like the owners of the cars would put like, because I guess people would break the windows and steal stuff. Like even that day we were like, no, let's drop off our luggage at his sister's house before we drive around, because you don't want to leave things in the car. Like it's just sketch. Like you don't know if someone's gonna break a window.
Yeah, but I heard like, let's say like someone's driving and they have like
that
a bracelet or like a watch,
like
crazy. At a red light they'll like try and break
like that. Reminds me,
I don't know
like,
if that's true,
very much the experience now when I went there. I'm not saying the whole city, but specific parts of it makes me feel like I'm in Brazil. Like if you need to be
favelas.
Not the favelas, because that's really bad, but like if you're in Brazil, like you can't be stupid. You need to be aware of your surroundings
when you leave America most of the time.
It's like you can't be talking on the phone like la la la, like hi mom, you know what I mean? Like you can't be doing that. You shouldn't be texting. Like you're aware, like your phone's in your pocket, it's in your bag, you're getting, you know what I mean? Like you're just not like dilly-dallying in Miami. I'm sure we can do that. I'm still aware here. Obviously in certain areas I pay more attention, but here like I don't think twice about it.
No, it's like in Barcelona, if you leave your phone on the table at a restaurant, it's gone.
Right.
Like,
so there's like certain places that like and I haven't felt like so having to be so aware and uncomfortable in a city than I have there.
Yeah.
And it's just interesting to feel that. And then like if that's actually true and people are breaking your thing at a light because you have a watch, that's literally what they do in Brazil.
Yeah.
But everyone in Brazil, not everyone, but a lot of people have then like the bulletproof cars and stuff, so you can't get through, because they'll literally stop you at a light with a gun and be like, give me your car, and you're like, no bitch. And then like if you have the ability to have a bulletproof car, then you know they won't do anything. But it's just crazy because it literally reminds me of what happens in a third world country.
Right.
And it's sad because San Francisco is a beautiful city, and it's not the whole city. You know, there's still nice places, of course, but certain areas like Union Square is around where like they have all the nice stores and stuff like that. I think the nice stores are still there. Like my dad would always take us to eat lunch around there. And now it's like, oh no, you can go to Union Square, but it's full of homeless. Like nobody goes there anymore.
Wow.
And then there's like a little area there called like, what's it called? Tenderloin, which is like, I guess in Union Square, like a few blocks
Beef
away,
tenderloin.
which is also full. And we didn't even go there. It's like, no one goes there anymore. It's like if people said like, no one goes to like, I don't want to say Times Square. And although I don't really go to Times Square, but it's like, imagine being like, no, like no one goes to Times Square anymore.
Yeah.
It's sort of weird.
It's really weird.
Maybe I'm comparing it to the...
No, I mean, I feel like there
pretty.
are parts of New York post-COVID where you're just like, it's not the same. Like, you know?
And I had people say like, oh my God, you're just badly accustomed. You're malaccustomed to living in Miami in a nice area.
But like, no, because we
But
travel
I don't
a
think
lot.
so, because I do think that I've had the privilege to travel to many of these major cities and outside of the US. And it's just not like, it's just observing different cities.
Right.
You go to Chicago, of course, certain areas of Chicago are not safe.
There's a certain area in every single city.
In the city, though,
Yeah.
it's not like that.
Yeah.
In New York, of course, you have homeless. I don't think they're, at least my experiences, as uncomfortable as I felt in San Francisco.
Like, you told me a story that a homeless person was like harassing a girl to play hide and seek with.
Yes.
Like, that's
It was
fucking
actually
terrifying.
my boyfriend's sister's roommate said she was walking like from like back home, like basically a few blocks away from their house, and this guy is like in a full red suit, which is already like alarming.
Yeah.
And he's like, want to play hide and seek? Want to play hide and seek? And he's like sort of following her, and she's like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
it's giving the Joker, like, want to play hide and seek, and then she had to like go into it, but the guy's like following her and asking her, and I think that they're mentally like, clearly these people are very unstable, and it's very, very sad to see. Like, they should be getting help rather than like,
Yeah.
I don't know, but like,
Yeah.
but I feel like it's a little different to the other cities. You know what I mean? And it's like,
sad.
you see Miami, you see New York, you see Austin, you see Dallas, you see Texas, you see Boston, you see, I'm saying
Whatever,
like
yeah.
a lot of major cities, and it's just, it felt the most different to me out of all the ones that I visited. So, I mean, I had a great time because I was like with my family, and, you know, together we did walk around, we had great food and everything, but just experiencing
You wouldn't
it there
move
like
there?
a local, I would never live there.
Okay.
Like literally over my dead body. And I would prefer to live in the suburbs if I had to live there and work.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Even as a young gal.
because the
I know-
nightlife was like whatever. Also,
I mean, I'm sure the nightlife is better than if you're living in the suburbs. But like, I also don't really care to go out at this point in my life that much. So I think I would still rather live a little bit outside of the city.
but the people that go to Stanford, like, do they not go out in?
Well, they live in Palo Alto, which is like,
But do they go
it's-
all the way to San Fran to go out?
no, honestly, like maybe I don't know. I haven't lived in Palo Alto,
Yeah,
but I'm
whatever.
like, I don't know what living around Stanford is like. I know it's like nice and you have things there I've visited, but I guess like they go out there.
Yeah. So
Maybe
like,
they go
I would
and-
rather live there.
I think I would rather live around, I don't know, or like in the suburbs or outside or like in Sausalito or like somewhere around there, but like not in the city. Also because I feel like if it's a city, it would be nice. And I think that the city used to be walkable. I don't know, but
No,
I feel
it
like
was.
it was.
It totally was.
And I feel like if you're young, like you want to explore the city walking. And like if you're unable to do that,
I mean, as a woman,
it feels
like
uncomfortable.
not to be
then
like as a woman, but like I would feel uncomfortable.
no,
like
as a woman, we
Yeah.
are women. Like it
I know,
sucks.
I know.
Like,
Like I would definitely feel uncomfortable like walking alone. I don't know, but
I mean, I felt uncomfortable with my family.
well, that's my point. Like,
Like-
imagine just like imagine me
And I was
walking
like with
to my
my dad.
apartment. Like yeah,
Like my dad's gonna obviously like protect us if anything, but it's still just like
yeah, yeah.
not very pleasant in certain areas. I know that there's other areas that you can stay and it's a little different. So I'm not saying all of San Francisco.
It's just like blah, blah, blah. Am I okay today?
No, I don't know. You want blah, 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 like
Yeah,
three times.
I don't know. Whatever, guys. You're gonna have to deal with it. Like this is so random, but I think about Tinks, and she went to Stanford, and she always like talks
She went to
about
Stanford?
She did, yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
She's obviously 30, I think 32, something, maybe 33. But so this was like years ago. But then she moved to San Fran after, and she always talks about how it was like the best time of her life.
Really?
Like loved the Bay Area. She obviously hasn't lived there in a long time, but
Yeah.
my point is like, it seems that there's been a drastic change from when the
Yeah.
time you and I both went there, and then like whatever, this girl, but
Right.
and you also just like when I think of San Francisco, like think about Full House. Like it was such a beautiful like family oriented, picture perfect city, and
I think
really,
living there with a family, like maybe when you're young, but with a family, I personally wouldn't.
Yeah, and it is so
Just
beautiful,
for all
like, by the
these
water.
reasons.
Yeah,
It's a beautiful city. It's a little bit of a shame that certain areas are like that. Yeah,
it's a shame.
It's sad to see that certain areas are like that. But some people love it. You know, like my boyfriend's sister loves it, and if
she doesn't love living there, like there's no way she can possibly love living there.
Well, she loves her life there. I mean, going to work and her social life and her group. I mean, I guess she loves living there, and if you do, that's amazing. But I'd rather live in LA and deal with the homeless people there.
Wow, I would feel like so much anxiety.
I think that I also had lots of friends who recently like would go to San Francisco a lot for work. And then I was like, what do you guys like about San Francisco? And they were like, no, we hate it. We like going to Pebble Beach, or we like going to like, they would go to like Yosemite. Like they like going around, and then like certain spots in the city, like a jazz bar or a restaurant, you know? But they're like,
I think it's
really hard.
I could totally see living there and like driving every weekend, like somewhere around, because there is so much to do.
That's the beauty about it, and I think that's why people still really love that whole area. But then my thing is like, you don't have to live in the city,
right?
Then you just live outside, outside the city.
Yeah,
literally, it could be like not even that far. It doesn't have to be San Jose. That's 45 minutes away, but something outside.
Yeah. And by the way, these are opinions, and like, don't come for us. Like, you can have your own opinion if you fucking love San Francisco, but it was just interesting. We're recapping our trips.
Exactly. So
what do you rate it? You can rate your trip separate from what you rate.
Okay, no, I rate my trip 10 out of 10 because
Amazing.
I'm really happy that I saw my dad. I'm trying to make more of an effort to see him because, like I told you, like we're too young to only see each other once a year, like 3 days at a time. It's really sad. We're both healthy and we're here, and we should be both making an effort to see each other more. Absolutely. So I'm very, very happy that I went. And like I loved my whole time there. San Francisco, though, I was just like really taken aback this time.
Yeah.
So
okay. So where's your next travel spot?
So I'm actually going to New York for a quickie next weekend.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going. I can't. I'm just going for the weekend. I can't say, but I'm going.
What are you gonna do while you're there though? Like, where are you gonna eat? Where are you gonna walk? What's the vibe?
Probably. We're staying at a friend's apartment. I actually have no idea where his apartment is. But we're probably just going to walk around. Maybe we'll go to Momoya. I haven't been there in so long, but I miss it so much. Maybe go to Dumbo House. Maybe we'll go to Central Park, walk the West Side Highway. It's literally like Friday night to Saturday to Sunday. So it's really quick, but it'll be a nice little getaway for the weekend. And we have lots of friends going, so
it'll be fun.
It'll be fun. And you?
My next trip is to Aspen.
Yes.
I'm going skiing, which I'm a ski junkie. Just kidding.
It really is your favorite thing to do, though. It's like your favorite.
I wish I could be a ski junkie, but I'm not. I haven't been since 2022. And I grew up going like always for winter and spring break. I love it so much. And I'm excited. It's going to be a little girls trip. One of my best friends, Mal, her parents moved there.
That's crazy that they moved there. That's so
I know.
Sick.
Yeah, so I grew up with my friend Mal here in Miami. Well, she actually moved here from Chicago. Fun fact. But anyway, so yeah, her parents move a lot. But so they moved there. I feel like when we graduated college.
I think it was a recent thing that you told me that they moved there.
Oh my God, 2021 was so long ago.
It was 3 years ago.
Yeah, so I guess they've been there for about 3 years. And so her parents live there. They have a beautiful house. Like, it's just so much space. Like, there's deer in her backyard.
That's really
it's
cool.
really cool.
That's a vibe.
Yeah, and I love her parents. I mean, I've known her family for a while, so they're awesome. And my other two best friends from college are going to be meeting us there also. So it's a girls' ski trip, which is always just like so fun. I think there's like nothing better than like my bachelorette will be a ski trip, you know? It's just my favorite thing.
Yeah, she said that already.
The vibes are present. Go. Yeah. So that's my next trip. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to ski and like roam the city.
Roam the city, which is so small. But
I know it's so small. Well, I love the restaurants. Yeah, I need to like hit Matsuhisa, get some spicy tuna. Yeah. Anywho, if you go to fucking Aspen, do not go to what's that fucking horrible expensive sushi restaurant? Mama.
Which one?
Mama Uchi. What's it called?
What? Oh.
They will rob you.
Wait, which one? The other sushi restaurant there?
Like the newer one.
Oh, I don't know.
Yes, you do. It's like
know.
underneath the gallery. Mama, ooh.
I don't know because I didn't go. I haven't been.
Okay, whatever. Don't go there, guys. Go to Kenichi or Matsuhisa.
Oh, Kenichi, that's the other one.
Yeah, they're all gonna rob you, but
yeah, I was gonna say Kenichi's expensive as fuck too, for like no reason.
The mama, some
Kenichi's
shit
like nothing special.
is gonna like fuck you in the ass. So
yeah,
don't go
no.
there.
My mom would kill me if I took her there. She'd be like, "This is just like," my mom's a very value person, so she's just like, "This is what's like fucking retarded."
Yeah. So anyway, that's my next trip. I'm super excited, and well, let's talk about our routines when you get back from a trip.
Yeah, actually, I've been having a little bit of a, I'm not gonna say tough time, but like getting back into after this trip.
It is a tough time. That's the reason we're gonna give you tips.
Yeah, like waking up in the morning. I would wake up so early there, which is amazing, but I just feel like I've been so tired from traveling so much, and then like getting back, and then like trying to get back on my routine. Like I went to the supermarket the day I got back. I picked up my dog. Like just things that I have to do, and it's like always sort of like go, and you don't stop.
Were intense though.
I was.
You didn't need to do all of that day.
I know, but I wanted to like take advantage. It was President's Day. We got back, and I wanted to then like get my groceries for the week. I needed to cook. I wanted to have food for the next day.
I know.
But then like then you need to do the laundry. Then you're unpacking, and it's like you're always doing something. So I feel like I've just been very a little tired from it all. So I've really been getting my 9.5 hours of sleep.
Okay, but that is exactly what I wanted to touch upon, because whenever anyone gets back from a trip, most of the time you overeat, you overdrink, you are overdoing activities like all day long.
Yeah, you're like doing things because you're sightseeing or you're fucking like, I don't know.
And you're like, oh, I'm on vacation. But you know, like that's just always the excuse, which it should be. You are totally allowed to do whatever you want on vacation. Like I definitely always live life to the fullest.
Yeah.
But then when you get back, you're kind of like, fuck, like my life is falling apart. And I'm here to remind you that it's not, and that you literally need 3 days to feel okay again. I think after 3 days, like you'll feel good. So don't land and
I'm on my 3rd day, so I should feel perfect tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. But you're also not doing what like crazy people, like crazy person would do in the past. It's like, oh my God, I did all this stuff, like need to do Soul Cycle 3 times tomorrow, you know?
That's
like
insane.
Yeah, I mean, like, don't do that anymore. But like just if you do that, by the way, after a trip where you're like dehydrated, eating a lot of things you don't normally eat, like you're gonna feel like shit for even longer. So make sure you give yourself grace. Like even like maybe just go for a walk the next day. Like you're on a plane, you were doing a lot. Like also you're out all day doing activities. Like your body's just fucking exhausted.
That's why it's like you're go on a trip sometimes.
Right.
You know when they say like you need a trip from the trip?
Exactly.
Like depending on the kind of trip, unless it's a very relaxing like getaway weekend, you're normally like, we were driving a lot there and like going from one place to the next, and then you come back and you start going and then you start working again. Like it's very go. Yeah. So yeah, even if it's a walk is all you can do, like take it easy. Yeah. And I just recommend like having like 3 full, like complete nourishing meals the day you get back. Like make sure you're hitting all the food groups, like carb, fat, protein, maybe have some tea, like extra nutritionist. Yeah. Some extra tea. I just think it's really important. Like you need to fuel your body with like the nutrients that it's been lacking and minerals. And I would definitely up the vitamin C. Yeah. I haven't been taking any of that. Yeah, you should do that. I will say though, to get back into your routine, I think it's also very important to take your routine to your trip too. And to remain consistent. I agree. Like, if you want to sleep in a little bit when you're on vacation, that's fine. But if you're in the habit of waking up early and it's still like a weekday, like maybe it's still good to wake up still early-ish. And if you like to work out, do something active while you're there too. Like there we went to a berries class because we wanted to try it out, but like we did a workout. Another day we decided to hike, and that's something that's part of like exploring there, but it's still active. So it's like you're not letting go of your habits just because you're on a trip. Yeah. And I still took my vitamins with me. I still took my liquid chlorophyll with me. I took all of my skincare. So all of those things in my morning routine and night routine are still the same. Yep. Because I don't think you should fall off the wagon either when you go on your trip. Yeah. If you totally fall off the wagon, then it's going to be much harder when you're coming back. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right? I agree. But I also think like maybe if some people take like one vacation a year, like they're allowed to do whatever they want, you know? Yes. But it's true. We do travel a little, I think, more often than the average person. No, like I'm being honest. So we do make sure like we do a lot of stuff while we're away, I think, because if not, then it's like, okay, well then I travel all the time. Yeah. Then you're going to be like falling off the wagon all the time and on this cycle of like, oh no, I need to get back into it. And then I travel again, you know? So yeah. But if you, but even still, even if you go once a year, I mean, take it easy on yourself. Do whatever the hell you want, but you can still like do your skincare routine. You still take your like little things like that, though.
Yeah, I agree.
Like if you drink a tea at night, like you can still drink one on vacation.
Don't
be rigid about it, but like you can still implement those things.
Yeah,
maybe you don't work out every day if you don't want to.
Yeah. When I go on vacation, literally my boyfriend knows, like we get back from dinner and every night, it's honestly like a splurge. It's like my favorite thing to do. We order peppermint tea every single night in bed.
A splurge?
Yeah. Well, because honestly, it's like fucking probably $30 a night for this tea.
$15 for tea.
But I love it. I love like sitting in the bed. I have my robe on. I'm drinking my peppermint tea after dinner with lemon and honey. And so I do that every day at home. So yeah, I just think like the first thing you need to do is give yourself grace. Make sure you're eating your 3 meals a day and snack, however you like to spread your meals out. But I like don't try and go all crazy and ballistic and like not eat breakfast and then like or like not eat at all or overwork out or whatever. These extremes are not healthy. Exactly. So just try to balance it all out. Exactly. So if you're just doing your balance every single day, after the 3rd day, you'll feel completely back to normal and back on your normal routine. And and you're gonna be fine. Coolio. Don Julio. Seems to be our new thing. All right. What's our homework? Our homework is, well, speaking of the getting back into routine, I want everyone to try, because I did this. I'm like, since I'm doing it, you should do it. No. But I want everyone to try implementing one new little healthy habit every day for 30 days. Mine, for example, is I'm taking vitamin C every day. Like literally something as simple as that. Why did you decide to start taking it every single day? Because I put vitamin C on my face, right? Yeah. And I was listening to the founders of Symbiotica, who are amazing. Durana Elmi and Surab, I think his name is Surab Elmi. They're amazing. I loved listening to their podcast. And they were all talking about their favorite Symbiotica product, which is an amazing brand also, if you haven't heard of it. And they have such a wide product variety. And the woman, the woman founder, said that her favorite was their vitamin C. And she goes, vitamin C is beauty from within. Oh, and I'm buying it. I know. I was like, I really want to buy the Symbiotica one, but let me see if I can actually like make this habit stay before I like spend a lot of money on the Symbiotica one. Yeah. Because you can just get normal vitamin C also. Right. You know, like you don't need I do love their brand, and I think they're so transparent with their ingredients that every penny is worth it. But I want to make sure my habit stays before I splurge on something. Yeah. So she said that, and I was like, you know what? Let me try that, because also a lot of people are sick around me. It honestly all happened at the perfect time, because a lot of people are sick around me, and I was like, I'm not fucking getting sick again. I'll literally kill someone if they give me a sickness. Oh my God. So that's my habit. What are you gonna do? I am implementing more lemon water in my mornings or at night. I love that. And also just like during the day, if I'm at a restaurant, I just ask for lemon on the side. So more lemon water, because it's great for the skin and a bunch of other things. Like I always say, Google it. And she doesn't know why she's doing these things. But do them. I just know they're healthy. And I'm not telling you to do them. I'm telling you I'm doing them. And then the other thing is tea at night. Yep. It's a simple thing. I wasn't really doing it all the time, and I've really been enjoying it. It's a nice way to unwind. Totally. Feel good. Like get your digestion. Like I like a lemon ginger, which is good for my obsessions with lemons. Mm-hmm. And ginger is great for digestion. And then chamomile lavender, which is like so relaxing to like have a good night's sleep. I'll tell you my nighttime tea combo. Peppermint. It's peppermint. It used to be and lemon. No, hold on. It used to be dandelion, which is really good. But right now it's peppermint and an elderberry ashwagandha relaxation tea. Wow. Yeah. So it's good for the immune system. It's good to relax and chill. Little peppermint, little raw honey. Yeah, I don't do the honey because I feel like I don't need the honey at night. Okay. It's so good on the belly. Feels so good. Yeah. It's like a mocktail for my stomach. A mocktail. Okay. So thank you guys so much for listening to our little travel episode, routine episode. I really like this style episode. I love just about chatting. COVID, cities, fucking astrology. I don't know. Yeah. Whatever you guys like. But we hope you like this episode and come back next week for more. Thanks for listening. Ciao, bye. Ciao, bye.